Tim Moore here with TLC Pressure Washing. Middle Tennessee is seeing some really cold weather. That wind is just howling. And it's going to get down to like 17 tonight. So this is the time of year that you want to have one of these. You want to disconnect your hose. You want to have one of these on your outdoor water spigot. Because what will happen is, for most of these nowadays, this will freeze. It will break behind the wall. You won't realize it, and you might not ever realize it. But what will happen is you'll notice, oh, I don't have as much flow as I used to, or something like that. What's happening is it is leaking back on the other side of this. It's still working, but when it's flowing, there's no issue. But when you put a hose on it with a nozzle and you back pressure up, or we come and we hook up and to wash your house, and you'll be able to hear the water just skewing out. And that's because this pipe has broken back there. It still works, so you don't think of it like a leak, like, oh, you know, my pipe's froze, now I don't have any water because I've got a leak, it's going down there. It'll still work most of the time, but it's definitely going to leak underneath the house and flood underneath the house. We run into these broken, especially when we have a really cold winter like we're already having in December in Tennessee. We run into this about twice a year. So whenever we're hooking up, especially in spring, we're listening to making sure that when our tanks fill up, that I don't hear anything. The hose gets nice and tight, it's not loose, because if it's loose with the tank, you should have a good amount of pressure backed up. And if that hose is still real flexible and not nice and tight, yeah, there's probably a leak. And then you're like, you know, can I hear it? Can I hear it? So make sure you get these. This is like $2 or $3, but this can save you thousands of dollars in repair bills, especially if you have to hire a plumber and they have to get down, they have to cut it, solder a new one on to get you a new outdoor spigot. But very cheap insurance. So make sure you get these on any place you have an outdoor spigot, and get them protected. You can also do other things like wrap a towel around it and then put something over it, wrap a towel around it and then put this over it to give it a little bit of extra insulation, because they're not, depending on where you're at, like if it's brick, it's pretty well, you know, sealed, but this doesn't seal the most spectacularly. You can see this, it's kind of loose and it goes there, but you know, I'll try to tighten it up as much as possible, but they're not the most spectacular, but they are something. Tim Moore, TLC Pressure Washing. Do this to save yourself thousands of dollars in repair bill in spring.